he does help put this room together. He's an awesome dude, sweethearted heart. Bring him up, Steve Bottomley. There you go.
Thank you, Adam. So we're talking about talking to strippers. I've been going to quite a few parties lately and talking to girls. I've been to strip clubs, but not entirely. I mean, I go to parties that aren't strip clubs. And I've been talking to quite a few girls, like I said, meeting new people. And it's interesting, I've met quite a few girls named Emma in the last couple of years. And I really love the name Emma. It's it's sweet and short, I guess. Are there any Emmas in the crowd tonight? Well, I guess that doesn't work. It's all guys here. But it worked the other night. Anyway, I'll give it to you anyway. What do you call Emma with a pickle in her mouth? A dilemma. Dilemma. Okay. So I recently learned there's an Emma Lake in BC. It's up near Powell River. Has anyone been there to Emma Lake? No. Okay. It's apparently way up in the mountains, and really see a lot of like mountains and beautiful scenery. You can see a mountain called Beartooth Mountain, and apparently there are a lot of bears up in that area. And it's like a hiking area, lots of hiking trails. And I wonder, because I'm terrified of bears, and I don't like the idea of going hiking where a bear might walk onto the path. So I wonder, these people that go hiking, they never seem to talk about bears. It's not anything they're afraid of. They could be walking down the trail, and a whole swath of bears might come onto the trail, and they might walk the other way. Did you understand what I said there? A whole swath of bears? Probably some people are confused about that. Well, I'm talking about bears, and now I'm talking about sloths. Well, it's kind of weird. The collective noun for a bear is sloth, believe it or not. Like a murder of crows, everyone knows that one, right? There's a whole list of those. The one for a bear is sloth. And the sloth isn't even from around here. It's like from another continent, South America. So who came up with that? That's pretty weird. Who comes up with these things? I don't think we even know. I mean, where the hell did that come from? But I can't even imagine. I can't imagine those words becoming commonplace. Like, can you imagine a kid in the back seat saying, "Mom, look, a nursery of raccoons." Raccoonist nursery, or wow, a whole dray of squirrels over there.
Dragon?
D-R-E-Y of squirrels. That's for squirrels is dray of squirrels. Yeah. Well, it's just like it's an idiosyncrasy. In the English language, people like that, I guess. Anyway, so talking about bears, I really respect natives and how they worship nature pretty well. You see on their carvings, their totem poles, their like the carvings you see on the street, people selling, and the murals. You see great animals like the bear. The orca, the eagle, the raven. There's also a mythical one you see quite a bit, the thunderbird, and the wolf, salmon, frog. Frog isn't really that great an animal. It's not. Doesn't seem like as great an animal as the other ones, does it? But I have seen the frog on totem poles, and the only thing I can think of is maybe to get along with the French. Yeah. They call the French frogs because they eat frogs' legs, but this is the European French, they eat frogs' legs, not the Quebec. And the same with the escargot. The only thing they eat here is poutine and smoked meat. Poutine is invented here. But, so in the old days, you had the wild, like the prairies were overflowing with wild bison, right? And the natives knew what to do with those animals. They killed an animal that lasted a long time. And it was just overflowing, like I say. And the rivers were also overflowing with wild salmon. One of the native elders told me once, if you were sleeping a mile away, you could still be woken up by the sound of the river, by the salmon in the river a mile away. There's that many salmon. So what does that all become? Overflowing with wild bison, overflowing with wild salmon. What does that become? Now we've got street corner upon street corner, overflowing with American fast food outlets that are in turn overflowing with obesity. Right? That's what it's all become. And when I say the word obesity up here, it never gets a reaction because you don't see obese people here because they're not here. They're down in the States. Here you got tubby people, chubby people, heavy people, but obese. No, that's really saying something. Obese. Now we're talking about very heavy people. And you see that in the States, I was in a Cleveland bus depot one time, and I was just waiting for my bus to get out there, looking at some Amish people walking around, and I hear this creaking of the floorboards behind me. What the hell is that? The most absolutely obese person I ever saw in my life. It's just so hard to describe it. The only way I could possibly describe it is, the Guinness Book of Records, the fattest man that was buried in a coffin the size of a piano case and weighed 1,000 pounds. They didn't know about this guy. That's the only thing I can say. So actually, this was on the same trip. We're talking about fast food. So I went into Utah, and I saw something there I'd never seen before. I haven't seen it again. It's a combination KFC and A&W in the same store. Now, that's heaven to fast food fans. Can you imagine the combinations that you can order? Like you could get an A&W matzo burger with popcorn chicken on the side, or you could get a Big Crunch with the onion rings and root beer on the side, or you could get an original recipe with onion rings and goes on and on. But I've only seen that in Utah. That's the only place I've ever seen that. I haven't seen it since. Anyone from Utah? Anyone from the state of Utah here tonight?
Nevada.
Well, no, that doesn't count. I know there's some from the States, but you're from California, right?
And Nevada.
And Nevada. You're from 2 states?
I lived in them both when I was growing up. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, let's just put it another way. Are there any Mormons in the crowd tonight?
Yeah.
So we do have Mormons. Okay. Well, I've got the perfect line if they come to your door. This is what you say. Now, I'm sorry if this insults you. That's why I asked. But I have to give this to the other people. Right? So they knock on the door. Knock, knock. Who's there? Hello, good afternoon, Mr. Bottomley. We're the local Latter-day Saints, and we'd like to talk to you about the Bible for the next few hours. Can we come in? And, well, first of all, how did you know my name? Oh, we looked at your mail. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about there, the Jonestown tragedy, where the hundreds of people were killed by the Kool-Aid. Some of you younger people might not remember that, but it was back in the 70s. This guy named Jim Jones killed hundreds of people with Kool-Aid. The way he got those followers, he sent spies into their houses to look at their mail, and then later in a church service, he'd say, "Oh, God revealed this to me about you," and they would be so amazed that he knew that, and that's how he got them all, and he killed them all with Kool-Aid. But anyway, back to the Mormons. You just say, "I'd like to wear my own underwear. Goodbye." See, they have this thing called magical underwear. So what? Okay, I've also got one for the Jehovah's Witnesses. What have they come up? Okay. Knock, knock. Who's there? Good afternoon, Miss Bottomley. We're the local Jehovah's Witnesses. We'd like to talk to you about the Bible for the next few hours. Can we come in? Just say to them, "I believe in blood transfusions," and slam the door. So So what about the Seventh-day Adventists? I hear occasionally they come around, not as much as the other ones. But if you're the unlucky recipient of these guys coming around, this is what you say to them. Knock, knock, who's there? Good afternoon, Miss Bottomley. We're the local Seventh-day Adventists. Now, remember, these guys are the Waco guys. Remember, those were Seventh-day Adventists. Okay, so, sorry, I'm not Jewish. My Sabbath is Saturday. And if you are Jewish, my Sabbath is already Saturday. So, they're gone. So, that's all I got for you tonight. Thank you.
Steve Bottomley, everybody! Yeah! Alright, so Steve was talking about animal